Hello, everybody. Welcome to this live event. We're going to Romania. Today, my name is Kiri Brink. I'm from WWF Netherlands. I'm sitting together with Vivos, who has been coordinating these live events, and he will help us with making this go smoothly. And I also have Andrei Togor, who is sitting in the field, and we'll hear and see a little bit more about his project. Before we go to him, this is a Dam Removal Europe initiative. It's funded from Open Rivers Program. It's part of a bigger movement where we want to really scale up dam removal in Southeastern Europe. Andrei Togor, he is the president of Aqua Crisius. His life revolves around fish and rivers, and you will hear he's super passionate about the work that he does. He's been reintroducing fish, documenting fish, working alongside other enthusiastic colleagues on rivers, and is dedicated to really seeing free-flowing rivers and healthy river systems. He has been involved with saving the rarest fish species on Earth, that is the asprete, a beautiful target species, and of course, removing barriers. So we're going to hear from Andrei. Welcome, Andrei. Hi.
Hello, guys.
Hi.
Hello,
So,
guys.
Andrei, tell us about your organization, a little bit how you got onto the topic of barrier removal.
Hi, everyone, and thanks for this fantastic presentation and for the opportunity to organize this live event just on the right bank of the valley called Bed Valley. So, before that, I'm working for Aqua Crisius, which basically works in fisheries management. And back in time, I remember in 2021, I was attending together with Marcus, my colleague, whom I consider a river hero, to Lisbon, to European River Conference. And we changed 4 flights just to be there, and were the only Romanians in attending that event. And we really understood what dam removal means. And we wanted it also here in Romania because we have a lot of rivers that need this help.
Fantastic. So this was when did you start this journey? A few years back.
Oh, yes, the first event was in 2021. I was reading things about dam removal even before, but uh, it's fantastic how in this such a short time things evolve, and now we are so close to it.
Hmm. So we want to hear, what are you so close to? Spoiler alert, I have a picture here also behind me, but of course
Mm.
pictures are, it's much better to see it live. So Andrei, show us the sites, show us
Okay.
what you want to fix, and let's hear a little bit more about your project.
So basically, we have here the remnants of Pojarna timber dam, which is obsolete since more than 60 years. Um, and here we see the Bed Valley, which is actually uh, a headwater of a river called the Lady River, Riul Doamnei. Mm, Up there, just under the clouds, we have the Făgăraș Mountains, which are the highest in Romania. Um this river, I mean the Doamnei River, drains half of the ridge of Făgăraș Mountains, so we have plenty of water here. The Transylvanian Alps, how they are called, Moldoveanu River, the Moldoveanu Peak is just very close from here, which is the highest in Romania. It's
Wow.
2,544 meters
Whew,
altitude. That is
that's high.
8,346 feet above sea level. So we are in a pristine area, and we uh, we can do a lot of really nice things here.
Yeah. So, so this tell us a bit about the project and the barrier itself. You say it's a timber barrier. What was the uses? Why is it obsolete? Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yes. So these are the remnants of the Požarna timber dam. Uh, as I said before, more than 60 years we don't use this practice for wood, wood business.
Mhm.
And imagine that here in these headwaters of the Doamnei River, we had five this kind of timber floating dams, but four of them are not existing anymore. They were washed by the floods with the lack of maintenance, I suppose. And this one is the stubborn, I used to say, even maybe it's not the proper term for a thing. So basically, we had here timber floating. We don't have it never we don't have it in Romania for more than 60 years, but we still have the barrier
Mm.
because just behind me that it's a barrier more than 1 meter high and with a very high velocity.
Yeah. And the owner of the dam?
Well, the owner of the dam normally doesn't exist, but according to the Romanian law, because the remnants of the timber dam are in the riverbed, so the owner is the water administration, which is a supporter of our project. We had a perfect relationship with the employees of this authority, and we are really thankful to them because they are a key partner in this project, and they allow us and they support us to remove this barrier.
Fantastic. So speaking of support and preparing for this barrier removal project, would tell us about also the mayor, about your experiences in preparing to get this to this level.
Mhm.
What have you been up to?
Well, we had a lot of key supporters here, a lot of people that understood what we want to do here and why this is obsolete and has, there's no reason to be here in this river anymore. We had also some opposition because people, are connected to this timber floating activity. They had relatives who some of them died because of this activity, which was very dangerous. And we decided to rebuild after we removed the dam here on the bank. We will rebuild a part of the timber dam as a monument because it's a touristical area. Thousands of tourists access this valley because it's the shortest route to Moldovan Peak, of course. And hopefully we will have the job done by the end of this year or even sooner, and we'll have also the monument for dedicated for timber floating and for the families of the people from the village that had the deal with timber floating.
Fantastic. And so you will have a monument there. And as I understand it, it will be the first barrier to go out in Romania. You have the
Well,
yeah.
officially, yes. I know about some removals that seem to already happen.
Okay.
It's hard to tell what and when happened, but uh, officially removed with a demolition permit, I think this one has chances to be the first. Yes, you're right.
Yeah. Super fantastic. And then did you do any field surveys? You're fish biologist. And so what's looking like under the water and with the surveys that you did?
Well, actually, yes. For obtaining the demolition permit, we had to perform all the possible studies, and actually today we submitted all the documents for issuing the demolition permit, which is fantastic. It's a celebration for us, trust
Yes.
me.
Yes.
And we performed also an ecological survey just downstream of this timber dam remnants. We proved, and we kind of were expected that to be reality, that we had, and there is the highest fish density. What means that? That means the fish want to migrate upstream, but they are blocked because of the remnants of the dam. So yes, actually, our studies proved that the fish suffer, and also sediments do represent a problem because this is a very wild and pristine uh, area. Also, this valley, fortunately, is natural without any small hydropower plants because it's a very huge water amount. We have a
Mm.
very huge water debit,
Yeah.
and also the riverbed is not quite stable, and so that was this valley luck, I must say, because in the past 15 years, hundreds of rivers were killed by a small hydropower plant. Fortunately, this one has nothing to do with that, but still has this fragmentation, which after removal will reopen 27 kilometers of river.
Fantastic. That's really great. And in terms of the sediments, it looks like quite a high dam. How high is it actually? What's the height of that?
Around 8 meters,
Eight
and
meters. Yeah.
yes, the sediment issue is more upstream, as you can see, and these sediments are trapped here. They will regain their normal and deserved position downstream. In the past couple of years, there were some rock avalanches, rock fallen on some tributaries, and the access road was blocked. I think by removing the dam, the sediments won't represent uh, uh, an issue here, because the consequence of them being trapped here is some erosion. It's obvious here. You can see here the erosion. I hope I won't fall. And also downstream, because their absence, erosion happens, and after they will be back there, erosion will be low.
Yeah. Okay. Um, this really, really great case for Romania. Also because it's from you started this journey. Can you explain a little bit about the timeline with this? Because now you've said that you've just submitted the permitting. What is your planning for the next little while? When can we say it's going to go out?
Well, first of all, we identified it as a fish populations manager, and it came naturally to us to want to remove it, of course. This was happening, let's say, around 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I don't remember exactly. And after that, we found the idea of accessing the Open Rivers program for pre-demolition studies, a grant that can provide us the demolition permit. We organized some meetings with the key institutions, the Water Administration and the Environmental Agency, where we found open-minded people. That was our luck, and I'm really thankful to people working in these authorities because they were really open-minded.
Yeah.
And after that, we accessed the project, the Open River project, together with some partners of us who activate also here in this area. And after that, we just accessed the hall, the village hall, to release the document where they issue our permits and all the documents we need to get the demolition permit. And here we are after, I don't know, 1 year and a half since the start of the project, I guess,
Really.
almost in the point that I think we will soon have the demolition permit.
Mhm.
And hopefully by, I don't know, maybe I'm too optimistic, but maybe this autumn we will have also the monument and this dam removed. But as far as I know, there are also a lot of other initiatives at the national level,
Mm.
and it's a question of time. I mean, it's impossible in no more than 1 or 2 years that dam removal will happen also in Romania.
Yeah.
Impossible not to happen.
Yeah. Of course, this has been growing for a while now, and there's other projects we know also funded from Open Rivers program from Romania, which we're going to
Mm.
see in the next few years. This explosion of free flowing rivers throughout. So you mentioned the permitting and that you hope that it goes through. Oh, are there expected challenges that you foresee? Access to the barrier? Are there things that you think, oh, we really need to have this in the future for the demolition, and also during your past months working on this project?
Well, we had already some challenges because honestly, to tell you about, it's quite difficult to remove a building or even an obsolete dam instead of building something. So I think it's harder and difficult to obtain a demolition permit instead of construction authorization.
Mm.
But we were thinking also about this, and maybe here you can see there is access to to the timber dam. So we were thinking also about this because if you don't have access, then things can get complicated. And how to say, not far before we almost had all the documents, so we could submit them for obtaining the demolition permit. We found that here, according to the forestry statistic and documents, it seems to be, you know, it seems to be forest, but in their evidences, the middle of the riverbed, and we needed a kind of special authorization that it's really hard to get and takes a lot of time. But as I said before, we met the right people who understood what it's about. It's something obsolete. It has no purpose here anymore for more than 60 years,
Mm.
and we got their support.
Yeah. Yeah. Getting the support from the start, and you mentioned paving the way. This is what you guys have to do, right? You have to pave this new path with which permits to apply for, how to do it, and actually this is a really precedence case for not only for Romania but for the whole of Southeastern Europe. So some congratulations also to you guys and your team for making this happen and getting so far in the process. So let's have a look here. Do you have any plans for moving this forward, for building the movement, finding new barriers? What are your next steps?
Well, I think after we will have the precedent, the snowball will start rolling, and all this dam removal movement and practice will become bigger. Uh, we have also another open river funded project for barrier inventory, but in another river catchment. And of course, we will continue to seek for opportunities that um, are focused on dam removal because, as I said at the beginning of the meeting, we are fisheries managers, and no matter how many fish we restock, no matter how many kids we teach about the life in the rivers, or how many uh, activities we organize for poaching, against poaching, we cannot compete with the natural processes. We understood that the best for the river is to be free flowing because that's the best. Just that.
I love it. That is a super amazing. Final words from you. Do you have anything else for those also in their journey? Do you have any lessons learned? Anything that you can, wise words apart from all the wisdom that you've shared with us to wrap up?
Thanks for your compliments, Gary. You're very kind. Well, the lessons we learned is that uh, you always need to stay focused and always believe in your idea because you will finally meet the right people. And I think things change only if you truly believe in them.
Wow, that's really great. Thank you so much, Andrei. I would love to have another live event with you where we see the actual implementation. We see those diggers taking out those logs, and we see the river flowing freely again. And hopefully soon, let's have a look. Maybe watch the space. Maybe we see something in August, or maybe if things don't work out so well, the following year that it goes out. Good luck, Andrei, for with all of your activities and amazing work that you guys are doing. We keep in touch and hope to hear far more from you around the topic of barrier removal. Thank you.
I think I'm the one to thank, and also to say it again to your fantastic team because you are the locomotive. I mean, if you don't create this context, our projects won't appear because, with the lack of finance, it's hard to remove barriers because, as we know, dam removal, it costs more than dam building. That's a reality. And maybe I forgot to mention that we hope soon we'll start the project of the dam removal because it's not official yet, but we submitted it, and I guess we have high chances to implement it and also to, finally have the first official dam removal in Romania too, because we saw the movement. It's huge already, more than 9,000 barriers removed from European rivers, and we just go more west and we see how nature comes back and fantastic things happen to our rivers.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Andrei. Yes, and you did make a good point for the viewers. We have a dam removal annual report that comes out every year, and the report has now shown some nice new figures. The highest number of barriers removed this in 2025, 600 barriers were removed last year, which is fantastic. We hope that this can grow and grow and grow with the movements across Europe. And for the viewers also, if you want to hear more about the other live events, other barriers that are going out, there's on the YouTube channel, you can go and find interviews from across Europe where experts are explaining their stories. Go check that out. Also on our social media, there's also a newsletter. If you want to keep up to date, you can go to the Dam Removal Europe website where there's all the information that you need. Until next time, I say goodbye.